topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Good evening and welcome to another Eat and Critique Show with Steve-O.
Why are you smiling so
and
big?
And me, Sophia.
I know why you're smiling so big.
Do you know what's cooking?
What's
Do
cooking?
you know what's cooking? In fuego.
What's cooking?
Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And the Panthers.
Now, let me tell you something. We are two of the biggest Miami Heat fans and Florida Panthers who are playing tonight. So, God, we want to wish Miami Heat, God, they look good.
They look really good. And we want them to win it all. We want Jimmy Butler to win the whole thing and get a ring. And I would love to see the Panthers win.
Well, they're playing tonight. I don't know why. I was thinking they were 3-0. They're 2-0. And
the Heat are
3-0
tomorrow. Let's
Boston.
Put them away. Put them away.
Wow.
Go Miami. Go Heat.
You know what? You had season tickets.
Yes, for years.
So you know the food at the stadium.
So do you. I took you to some
games.
But
you've been to a lot more places.
Yeah.
What was your favorite place there to eat?
You know, it's really sad. My favorite place to eat, they changed the vendors every year. So they don't keep the same vendors yearly. And the one I liked, they got rid of.
What kind of food?
It was vegetarian.
Okay.
It was vegetarian. It had a lot of really good choices. But the one I liked last year, again, isn't there this year. It was that Indian one where I had the masala. The
massage.
The massage.
Oh.
That one was really good.
So, I want to, since we've started talking about vegetarian, we're like starting to eat vegetarian. I've lost 83 pounds so far, and I'm looking to lose another 60 or 70.
83 pounds.
Yeah, it works. No, we actually, last night, Sophia made the most incredible stir fry. And if you've been listening to the show long enough, I'm not a big vegetable eater. And I ate her stir fry.
They had chicken in it.
I didn't even taste the chicken, but I did taste the vegetables.
I put a lot of veggies in it.
Pretty good. So we have got so many things happening with our show. We are so excited. Probably the biggest thing is there is a group of theaters. It's called Paragon. They're in Davie, they're in Coral Springs, and they're in Delray.
In Naples.
And they're also in Naples. I am telling you, these theaters are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
And they have all the state-of-the-art screens, and I mean, it is, you can eat dinner there, you can bowl there.
You can bowl there, you can do all kinds of things. The thing I liked about it were the seats were heated. You know how you get cold sometimes in the theater?
The seats, not only are the seats heated, but they have love seats. And the love seats are petitioned. Yes, so you can't see the person next to you.
And they recline so you could fall asleep if the movie's boring.
And if you've ever been in a theater and someone turns their cell phone on and you can see that. You cannot.
It blocks the
Yeah,
light.
it is such. Anyway, they're going to be our partners. And what that will mean for you, our viewers and listeners, is we are going to have so many movie tickets to give away. It's also going to be with popcorn. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable.
So we have not only movie tickets, we still are going to be giving away the restaurant gift certificates.
It is going to be wonderful. It is so easy to win prizes on our show. I mean, people will go, I never win anything. On our show, you can definitely win. You can win. Oh, we've got great restaurant gift certificates. Now we're going to have these from the movies. I mean, it is so incredible. You'll see our big ad up in the theaters, and there's a lot of good movies coming out.
I kind of like our ad.
Yeah, you made our ad.
It's going to be awesome.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
What you did.
Thank you.
So,
Rebel, can you put the number up on the screen to call in to maybe tonight win gift certificates? We still have so many gift certificates to give away. You can either call in and win or go to our website, www.eatandcritique, and is spelled out, tvshow.com. Just drop us a line and let us know your address and we'll mail them out.
We'll probably call you back about 2 a.m. to make sure it's your
Correct.
correct address and everything. But, we're so excited. This is going to start, the movie theater starts next month. And then next month on Monday nights when our show comes on, we are going to be doing our show from Firefin.
In Palm Beach Gardens on
Beautiful
the water.
Yes, it's in the marina area. And you can actually come meet us, tell us your favorite restaurants, and plus the food is out of this world. They're going to love the food. Tonight, by the way, people are always looking for new restaurants to dine at. And we, about once a month, we'll do a show on new restaurants. But before we do that, we should introduce who our title sponsor is.
Encontro.
Yes.
Pedro. He's unable to make it tonight, but we always love to advertise his restaurant.
Well, he's our main sponsor.
It is
He's
the best restaurant, though.
You know what? He's in Coral Springs.
On the walk.
On University. But if you're in Fort Lauderdale, if you're in Palm Beach, it is worth the drive over there if you enjoy Italian or steaks. Everything on his menu
is delicious.
And that's why we decided we wanted him to be our main sponsor, because and the way you're served there, you don't have to ask for water. You don't, if you drop a fork or something, you don't have to ask them. It's just the service is amazing. And Pedro, who's the owner, greets you at the front door. Probably one of the nicest restaurateurs I've ever met.
He's a great man. He loves what he does, and he makes you feel welcome when you come in. And there's so many restaurants, sometimes you walk in, the person at the door is what makes you feel greeted and comfortable and happy to be there. You go into some restaurants, remember that grouchy lady that we had at that one, the deli?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. But you feel like you're part of the family there. And I still say his branzino is the best branzino I have ever eaten.
And, we started off doing some, I wouldn't call them pranks because they're true. We started off, when we'd find out about a restaurant that was shut down, we would go in there And we told them who we were with and asked them if they wanted to explain. Because usually, when you read about restaurants that have been closed down, they don't tell you the restaurant side. So we give them a chance, and it is for radio, it's for entertainment. And we've had some funny stories. We're going to go back to doing those, calling on restaurants that have been closed down.
I still won't forget the fruit flies.
That was it's funny when the restaurants tell us that it's not them, and it's, the health department doesn't lie about this. And then you find out that the people next door, they didn't have any problems because they took care of the situation.
I still don't understand that. Take, for instance, the one at the mall, Wellington Mall.
Yes.
I don't remember the name of the restaurant. They've shut down completely, unfortunately. And they had roaches and rats. How do you have a restaurant in a mall that only one restaurant is affected by that? The rats just said, oh, this food's better than next door, so I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to move next door and try their food. I don't understand.
Maybe rent's cheaper there.
Maybe.
Who knows? But
I just don't understand that.
Well, we're going to go back to doing that again. So we're going to bring that back. And we'd love for you to go to our website. It is beautiful. It tells you everything about us. It's www.eatandcritique. You got to spell out eatandcritique tvshow.com.
You know what else though, Steve? We're not only going to be at Firefin every Monday. Once in a while, we're going to be at the movie theater.
Yeah, once a month, I think we're going to be doing our show from one of the movie theaters, which is going to be so much fun. So a lot of things happening with the show. Please tell your friends, your relatives, because people are always looking for new places to eat. And Sophia and I really feel bad when someone goes to a restaurant and has a bad experience, because who knows, maybe you only dine out once every 2 or 3 weeks, and to have a bad experience, that's why we tell you who the bad ones are also. A lot of shows won't do that because they won't get advertising dollars from them, but we don't care. We care more about our viewers and listeners.
Well, the restaurants on our website also are the restaurants that we recommended.
Yes.
We've done tastings at other restaurants. If we didn't like them, they're not on the website.
Oh, we've got it's been open for maybe a year. We have a Cajun restaurant that is going to be coming on our show. And we've never had a Cajun restaurant on our show.
Not real Cajun.
Not real Cajun. We had one restaurant that served alligators and crawfish.
Yeah, I didn't eat the gator. Poor babies.
The smell wasn't so great either. So let's get going. Let's go to...
You want to start with Palm Beach or Broward?
I want to start off with Palm Beach, but I want to start off with one of the restaurants that I have to explain to you. It's called Genghis Grill.
Genghis Grill.
They are out of my hometown, Dallas. They've probably got about 8 locations there. People love going there. If you've ever been to a salad bar, well, this is like a salad bar, except it's for things you would put in a wok.
Is it like Mongolian barbecue?
Like Mongolian, but they have so many different fresh choices. They are coming here to Boca.
So basically it's Mongolian. It's on a...
Yes.
Okay.
But your choices are, anywhere from...
You make your own.
Yes. But it's fresh, and you've got so many different choices. A lot of times, if you go to a Japanese restaurant and they have a grill there, they have maybe 6 to 8 items. you can put in. These have about 25 to 30.
I miss Mongolian barbecue.
Well,
That would
Genghis
be
Grill
really good
is
to
out as
have.
well, and they are going to be opening up this year here in South Florida, which I wanted to tell you is because I know it so well, and it's the prices are good, and it's like if you're looking for a healthy way to eat, and I think they probably had about 12 to 14 different dressings too.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get them on our show.
Oh, they're definitely coming on our show. So you're Palm Beach. Why don't you do Palm Beach?
Well, there's a new restaurant called Honeybell, and it is with Chef Lindsay Autry. She has won several James Beard, I think, nominations,
yes.
Not actually the award.
It's hard to win.
It is
James Beard,
hard.
yeah.
I wanted to try to get her on one day to talk about the actual James Beard Award and how
That's
it
a
works
great
and
idea.
and I've left a message with her. So that could be one of our shows one day.
That's a great idea.
Because I understand it's really difficult to win, and it would be interesting to hear what they have to go through.
She was the chef in Del Rey. I think it's called Summer House.
I forgot the name of the
I
restaurant.
think it's they're still there. She left a few years ago to open up her own restaurant. I think it was called Summer House. It's a cute house. I mean, it's an actual house, the restaurant, and it's got upstairs and downstairs, and they've kept everything intact. But she is a wonderful, wonderful chef. So we're going to have to put that on our bucket list.
Mm-hmm. I just think it'd be interesting to see what the chefs have to go through.
Yeah.
And I know it's difficult to win. And she has won several nominations. I think she came in second like 3 times, I think.
You know, Honeybell is at the PGA Resort. Mm-hmm. So, you know, their standards are very high.
They have excellent restaurants there.
And she kind of does kind of a Southern American fusion cuisine. Mm-hmm. So try it. It's called Honeybells.
We have Southern Charm in West Palm as well. That's in Palm Beach Gardens. And it is also at the PGA Resort. But I can, that's part of Honeybell. Honeybell has Southern Charm at PGA Resort. But you mentioned the Genghis already, the Genghis Grill. You can do the Red Pines. I don't want to mess up Red Pines.
You can't mess it up.
It's in Boca at the Tone Center. And it's also Chinese cuisine. It's under the guidance of Farmer's Table Culinary Director Michael, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Schneck.
Yep, that's it.
And partners at Kings County Imperial, which
is
in Brooklyn, New York. It's a famous restaurant there. There's specialties using Chinese recipes, and they feature time-honored techniques and recipes which have been passed down through generations.
Well, if you're from New York, especially if you're from Brooklyn, you've probably dined at the Imperial Gardens. And they've brought all their recipes over. And they opened up in the Boca Town Center because people were saying there's not a real good Japanese Asian restaurant in Boca.
I was going to mention there's really not a good one in Palm Beach County.
That's surprising, isn't it?
There's restaurants, but they're not authentic and they're not always, they're average.
Okay.
So, the Italia, I wonder what kind of restaurant that is.
But it's pronounced Italia. Eatalia. Eat Italian.
Italia.
But their menu looks really good, though. So we'll have to put that one on our bucket list.
Definitely
So
want
many
red
Italian
pines.
restaurants. Oh, red.
Definitely, we have to have red pines. We need to try to get that. Felice, that one's owned by San Ambrose in Palm Beach. And I actually dined there with my friend Denise for her birthday. It is in West Palm, downtown, like outside of city center, the city cellars area.
What's the cuisine there?
It was
Southern Charm.
Southern Charm. It was Honeybell. It was a combination of Italian and American, but it was delicious. They have outdoor dining. It was very, very good.
Do you know? I mean, we talked about besides having a restaurant in New York, they have restaurants all around the world.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. They're really good, though. They're very, very good. There's so many Italian restaurants that have been opening. I've noticed Italian and tacos. Have you noticed that?
Oh,
They're like popping up all over the place.
They're also closing down all over the place.
I mean, how many taco restaurants can you have?
It's crazy. In fact, even some of the new restaurants, we're going to mention one does oysters. They even have a taco oyster. Oyster taco.
Oyster?
Yeah.
Oyster taco. So the other one we wanted to mention is RPM, and it's a sister restaurant to RPM Steak and RPM Seafood.
Have you heard of them?
Never. I'm sorry. I really have not.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a strange name for a restaurant. RPM.
Must be initials for the owners, maybe. I don't know. But they're in West Palm Beach, and it's all homemade pastas.
Yes.
Southern Charm.
Southern Charm. Now that will be an ongoing joke for a long time.
We have Adrian's Pizza Bar in West Palm Beach, and I guess you can guess what that is.
Well, you know what though? That's an upscale pizza bar. I mean, it's really beautiful inside. I mean, it's not really a place you go to order a pizza to go.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that it has the kind of pizza that I would like, where you're limited on some of the toppings usually, and they are a little bit more extensive than the other pizza.
They probably do gourmet pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the Hampton Social I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, Delray Beach.
Commit. That one.
Petite Commit.
And Delray Beach.
You know what that means?
No, I don't.
Come meet me in the petite. The petting zoo.
The little come meet me.
No, but Hampton Social and Delray Beach.
We have Anna's Killer Empanadas in West Palm
I
Beach.
saw someone try to open up a restaurant, a little small place, just with empanadas. And the empanadas are really good, but you have got to sell a lot of empanadas to keep the doors open. And apparently they didn't.
But do you know where the best empanadas are?
Well, I know a lot of good.
It started in the little food truck. It was the tiniest food truck I've ever seen in Lake Worth, on Lake Worth Road. And you started going there.
Yes.
And now it's like that whole block. They have the tacos, the empanadas right on Military and Lake Worth Road. And they have several other restaurants. They've opened up.
They're like little trailers or trucks.
But now they have restaurants all over the place. That empanada was really good.
You know what? It's that restaurant. It's called.
I forget what they're called.
Tacos Al Cabone.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Tacos
and
Al Cabone.
If you're ever in Lake Worth, I'm telling you, it's all up and down Military and Lake Worth.
It's on the corner of Lake
But they
Worth
have a
and
lot
Military.
of these trucks, though.
Yeah,
Aren't they the same?
but that's only on the corner. They have a restaurant right on Dixie,
Yes.
kind of near, like
Close to military, isn't it?
No, Dixie Highway.
Oh.
They have a restaurant,
Yes.
Lake Worth. So,
but it's
they're
called
really
Tacos
good.
Al Carbone. And it's the same one that's over there by military in Lake Worth.
They're the same
Yeah.
owner. They've opened several restaurants.
And
They're
they're
doing
always
really
packed.
well.
Always packed. It doesn't matter. One night we were driving by there at midnight, and they were packed. I mean, there was a line. So if you ever want really good, I mean, they have a huge menu, huge. Just I can't read it. But I do know empanadas, and I do know tacos, and even their guacamole.
Oh, their guacamole is good. And they make their own chips.
Yes,
They make
one at
their
a
own
time.
chips. Steve. So I think the next restaurant sounds interesting. I kind of want to try it.
The
Hamachi jalapeno.
So it's got to be sushi.
It has to be, you would think.
But why do they say jalapeno?
Because it's going to be spicy hot.
Oh.
And then I think my favorite new restaurant name is Let Us Entertain You. It's in
The word
Palm Beach.
lettuce, you know.
Lettuce, like the
Yeah, not
the
L-E-T.
vegetable.
Yes.
Lettuce. Let Us Entertain You restaurant. I think that sounds so cute.
Yeah, they're in Palm Beach, and they do a lot of catering.
Yes. So those are some of the newer restaurants that opened up in Palm Beach that I think we would like to try to have on our show, one or two. We're going to contact them, but all of you listening, try it. Let us know if any of them are really good or how you liked them.
Yeah, especially the ones you don't like. We'd like to hear those. So if we go into Broward now, there's a lot of new restaurants on Las Olas. A lot.
Oh, yes.
So there's one called Moxie's, Moxies. It's on Las Olas, very contemporary. They do some of the most unusual dishes. A lot of them are seafood dishes, but very unusual. But it's called Moxie's.
I've actually heard that's an excellent restaurant.
I have too. That's why I
And
want.
the line is huge and that you need to make reservations to get in there.
In Pompano Beach, South Bar and Kitchen. I've heard a lot of good things about South Bar and Kitchen, and it is a kind of a vegan type restaurant
Okay.
in a jail. The bars come in. God, Sophia, your stuff is really bad tonight. By the way, at Moxie's, the black and mahi is supposed to be out of this world. That's cute how we did that together. This is a cute name too. Fireman Derek, I wonder what his name is. Fireman Derek's Bake Shop. He does all sorts of pies, cookies, pot pies. But you know, and he does donuts. But when I hear donuts,
I think of Maxed Out Donuts. Hi, Max, if you're listening.
if you don't mind the trip down to Miami,
Aventura.
I am telling you, his donuts. Well, first of all, he's won all kind of awards. He does a lemon meringue donut.
Key lime.
Oh
The
my!
key lime.
Oh, the key lime.
Oh, that was my favorite. Key lime.
And this guy's just an artist. He's a master baker. And Sophia and I actually tasted 6 or 7 of his donuts. Oh my gosh! But it's called
Maxed Out Donuts.
Maxed Out Donuts.
We're trying to get him back on, but he is so busy on Mondays. We have to figure
There's
out.
lines coming out.
2 hours and then they sell out. But we have to figure out how we can maybe pre-record a show with him because he's amazing. He's a world-renowned pastry chef. He's won several awards. He's so good.
Oh, is he good?
You know what that Derek Fireman reminded me of?
Hmm.
The Fireman's chili.
Oh, the chili cook-off we did.
Firemen always have the best food.
Boy, were you chilied out that night?
No, I could have had more. Anyway.
Next is Evelyn's in Fort Lauderdale. That's in the Four Seasons Hotel. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The dinner is more seafood, but you know what? I do know, but if it's in the Four Seasons Hotel, it has to be good. I've never had a bad meal at any of the Four Seasons
I
hotels.
have to try that one because that was our mother's English name,
Is that right?
Evica Leah. She went by Evelyn, so I have to try that one.
Okay, then we have No Man's Land. That's the name of the restaurant, No Man's Land. And I have never seen such an assortment of oysters. I mean, that's really their main dishes are the oysters. And you know, of course, they have oysters, Rockefeller, but it's called No Man's Land. You feel when you're in there that you're in no man's land, but it's beautiful though.
Why is it in no man's land, like way west Broward?
Yeah, no, it's No Man's Land is also on Las Olas.
You know what you forgot was that Mystic Lobster, the Mystic Lobster.
I did?
Yeah, that one we have to mention.
Oh, oh, that's right. Yeah, Mystic Lobster Roll Company. They're in Fort Lauderdale. They do about 15 different types of lobsters, including lobster tacos.
Yummy.
But they have a Hawaiian lobster. They have a Connecticut lobster. They have a deep Florida lobster. And they do snow crab. So if you like snow crab legs, that's a great place to go.
What do you think Hawaiian lobster? Is that pineapple?
It's gotta be.
Coconut?
It's got to be pineapple for
Let's
sure.
go.
I wonder if we're making Rebel hungry. Or Rebel, our producer.
That box.
Let's do, Point Break. They're in Plantation and Fort Lauderdale. They do these poke bowls. So it's they poke you in your bowl. They do a sushi roll, Japanese. They call it street food. But they did so well in Fort Lauderdale. They've opened up a new location in Plantation. Another restaurant is Catherine. No, I said Matchbox. Okay, you got to tell me because I did say Matchbox.
Okay.
Southern Charm. Then we've got
Southern Charm.
Catherine's restaurant, very eclectic. Now, when Sophie and I say a restaurant's eclectic, I mean it's Italian, it's steak, it's Chinese. They've got everything in there.
It's Creole. Remember our Creole Greek restaurant?
Yes. Oh God. This next restaurant, which is in Fort Lauderdale, which is also on Las Olas, is called Casa Sensei. No, it's got to be Sensei.
Sensei.
That's karate,
Sensei.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Your sensei is teacher. Is that sensei? No, forget that one. But it's a Pan-Asian Latin fusion. And like I said, they're on Los Olos.
But that's funny because casa is Spanish and sensei is Japanese. So that is so funny.
But isn't sensei teacher?
I think it is.
Instructor? House of the instructor?
Grasshopper.
Yeah. So those are all new restaurants that have just opened up. And once a month, I've told you once a month we're going to do restaurants opening up. we're also going to do restaurants closings too,
And
which is always sad because so much work goes into opening up a restaurant. One of the restaurants on here,
dreams too.
yeah, one of the restaurants on here took them 3 years to open up.
There's a lot to opening a restaurant. The codes and everything they have to go through.
Oh,
The
unbelievable.
permits.
And you know, restaurants are long hours anyway. And just to see your dreams go up in
it's
smoke
sad.
is very, very sad. Let me see. I think that's, yeah. But you know what? I want to tell people about Encontro because they are our title sponsor. And again, this is, if you've just tuned in, Encontro, they opened up about
A year ago.
year ago. They're on University in Coral Springs. It's called The Walk. They're right across from BurgerFi.
Mhm.
God, I love BurgerFi. Their
Why?
burgers and their fries.
Why?
Well, they, for their fries, they use fresh cut fries. They fly them in every day. Why are you smirking? See how she smirks at me? I don't deserve this. But anyway, so Encontro is right across from BurgerFi on University on the Walk in Coral Springs. And they are, I got to tell you, they're always busy in there. So that tells you something. But every one of the dishes that we have tried has been perfect. My steak was cooked perfect. What's your favorite there?
Franzino.
That's right. And we've had a lot of Bronzino.
Well, the other thing that's funny is I'm Greek and I never ate octopus because you know how I am with pet animals. But I tried the octopus salad and it was incredible. It was delicious. But you know what? Pedro's advertising his restaurant now as the new lovers restaurant. That is
Like a place to take a date or your wife to?
He's advertising that he's the number 1 lovers restaurant now for basically anniversaries.
I can see that
Mhm.
because the music that they play.
It's classical. He has a violinist who could be Joshua Bell's little daughter. I mean, she's so good. And he makes you feel special. He puts flowers out on the table. He puts balloons on your chairs. Remember how he just decorates the
A
table?
clown will come to your table and juggle balls.
No.
No. Yeah, because this is a fine dining restaurant. The prices are not bad at all. But you can go there. You can eat outdoors, which is always nice over there. You can eat outdoors or indoors. They've got a great bar there. I mean, it is large. It's beautiful. And again, you got Pedro who greets you.
He greets you and he thanks you as you walk out the door. He makes you feel very welcomed. And you don't get that in a lot of restaurants.
You know, a few places, and I've got to ask Sophia something. We have this beautiful picture window. I'm looking out, and it looks, what is that coming off the water?
I don't have my glasses
Oh, good.
on.
Okay.
What's coming off the water?
Yeah, it's like smoke, white smoke. That's okay. You know, we're doing a talk show. You can't see it anyway, so why look?
Well, it's going to rain. That's just the horizon.
Okay. I
Or
wish.
the guy's boat next door.
Anyway, sometimes we'll skip around. But again, Encontro is a great, wonderful restaurant. You know, if you're watching or listening right now, I would love for the next 4 people,
5.
5 people, to write in to our website which is go to our website and go to contact. It's www.w4c. No, that's right. I keep wanting to give it. Our website is www.southern charm. No,
That's what I was gonna say.
www.eat and spell out and critique tvshow.com. I do that a lot.
You do. Southern charm.
We're going to take the first 5 people who say, I listened to your show. I'd like to win a gift certificate. And we will send you out to some of the greatest restaurants, including in Control.
Please put your address so we can mail it to you.
Yes.
We've had so many people write in and they don't include their address. So I can't mail the gift certificate out if you don't do that.
Yes.
And we followed up and don't hear back.
And even a phone number in case we can't.
Right.
But anyway, the next 5 people who go to our website, you have to go to our website, go to contact. So it's www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com. And we love giving away gift certificates.
We've given away 4 last week. But I have probably 30 more gift certificates so we can still give away.
And as we get more restaurants coming on with this, that means more gift certificates.
Also, please, I'm sorry, Steve, but let us know if you prefer Broward or Palm Beach County so we make sure we send you the right gift certificate for you.
Yes. So if you say you live in Palm Beach, we'll send you a Broward one. And if you live in Broward, we're not going to do that.
Well, if they prefer to try
give us the county
in Broward, then we will send a Broward. But if they prefer to stay in Palm Beach, let us know.
We have got some really great gift certificates. I mean, really good ones.
Well, we have Tocado. We have 2.
Oh, yes.
I think they're 50 or are they 100 a piece? I think they're $50 a piece.
Oh, you know what? We've got 2 $100 gift certificates coming to us from Reno's.
Oh, we have. Oh, that's right. We didn't get them yet.
No,
that's right.
He's making them up. We'll have to get them. I think they're supposed
that's
to be in this
Boca.
Week. Yeah.
But we have Tocado and Encontro for Broward, and those are 2 of my favorite restaurants in Broward. I'm sorry I had to say that, but those, them and Thassos, we don't have any of those left.
No, we gave all those out.
We don't have any Chimas left.
Gave all those out.
So we do have several.
I was just thinking we're starting to get more and more restaurateurs who are telling us that when people come into their restaurant, they want to treat them like they're coming into their house. Mm-hmm. And it seems like the ones that tell us that are the ones that have the best service, that really take care of you. And we really do appreciate that, because we don't just go by what they say to us. We listen to them at other tables because we know that they're going to probably treat us a little bit better. So we want to listen to, because listen, the food's got to be good, bottom line. But, and the way people are treated is very important to us. Mm-hmm. So
very, very important from the time you walk in the door, because a lot of times they're not always the nicest at the restaurant, the hostess, and then you just don't feel like you want to be there anymore.
We are also on Facebook a lot for our social media, but again, and we're showing our website is eatandcritiquetvshow.com. First 5 people to write to us. All you have to do is just say, I'd like to win a gift certificate. Give us your address,
County preference.
phone number, what county. That's it. We're not looking for any information other than that.
And a phone number just in case, because
Because you're the one who usually sends them out.
Mhm. And we send them out that day that we get them, just so you know. So you will get them in a couple days, depending on how slow.
Yeah, we
the
get our
mail
stuff
is.
out right away. You don't wait.
Mm-mm.
You get them out right away, and she usually puts a card in there too.
Thank you for listening to our show.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
And what else? Is that it?
In my card, I just make it special for each person.
She does too. Trust me, she does. Well, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. We love doing the show for you. We'll be back again with you next Monday night. Please tell your friends about our show. And everybody have a blessed week. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Good night.
You've been listening to the Eaton Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.